Hi everyone, it's Frank with JavaWalkerWorld. We're back in Ottawa. We just wrapped up our Halifax trip. It was a series of 4 videos. This is going to be 5. It's going to be the wrap-up. It's going to be a little summary of everything that we did and cost. If you haven't seen it, please do catch up on that. It was all relating to low-cost travel and how to travel on the cheap.
Yeah, and we'll get into it right after this intro.
We are Frank and Fern with JavaWalkerWorld. Join us on our journey to quench your thirst for the simple pleasure of a good coffee and explore our magnificent world one step at a time.
Whoa, it's sunny today.
It's a nice bright day. So, like I was saying, we just got back from Halifax. We're back home in Ottawa and we were there for 5 days. It was a series that we did on Nova Scotia, basically on low-cost travel.
Yeah. It was really a lot of fun. Halifax, what a great city. Nova Scotia, what a great province.
It was really nice. So it covered budget travel through airfare, budget travel through renting a car, budget travel through a hotel stay, and what else was it? Trying to travel on a budget for food. So
some tips that we had as well.
So at the end of this video, we're going to calculate that all up and give you a total of what we spent on those 5 days. So you see if it's feasible for yourself or not and what options are out there. Made it back in the nick of time. We were there the week of Hurricane Fiona, or the week prior. It came in on Friday, and like I don't know if I said before or not, or in the previous videos, we got out at noon and they actually shut and closed all the airlines down and shut the airport at 3
in the afternoon. So we got out just in time. Everybody was so calm, it seemed. And orderly. I guess they have a lot of experience in that region on how to deal with these sort of things, and we didn't feel panicked in any way.
No, not at all. Right from the hotels to the shuttles to the people at the airport, they were also friendly and accommodating. Like they say, the Maritimes in Canada, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, F.Y.I, everything. They're all so friendly and helpful, and so it is a great place to go and see. So we hope that this gives you an idea to travel there. And we're going to summarize the whole trip, and you can get in depth with the previous videos, so please follow along. Check out those videos. Check out other videos that we've done in the past, which I'm sure they'll intrigue you.
And if you don't mind, just give us a little thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, a share. All of that helps.
Would be much appreciated.
Yeah, it means so much to us.
Like I've said in the past, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And I know Christmas is around the corner, but first coming up is Halloween, so you might want to give it as a gift for Halloween. And then maybe for Thanksgiving. And then there's Remembrance Day. And then there's Christmas as a free gift. So anyway, something to think about. If this is a place, the Maritimes, you like to travel to.
And we're rambling on.
Yes.
Talk about the airlines. I mean, we paid $333. I mean, that is per person, and that's return.
Return, taxes, everything included.
So that's for the both of us. So when you think about how much that costs per person, what a deal. And we have already heard from so many people that they even got it cheaper. So it's... it's just the luck of the draw. You have to find a sale, that sort of thing. If you have air miles, aeroplanes, all of that stuff, then use them.
Oh yeah. We have a couple of friends that are going after in another 2 or 3 weeks. They've gotten it for $273, the same, for the 2 of them to go over taxes and everything in. So those are unbelievable prices. Basically, you're getting a nice airfare.
And we found it to be a very beautiful and romantic trip, just a getaway like that, to recharge your relationship and so forth. Highly recommend it.
We have transportation while we were there. So one of the programs we used was Air Miles. That's one of the ways to travel cheap, which I'm sure a lot of you know or not. All these Aeroplan miles, reward miles through banks. Aeroplan, Air Canada has them. Air Miles has them. All the other banks have all these Air Miles that you can use, which minimizes the cost of your trip. So we used Air Miles to rent a car for 1 day, because we were only there 5 days. So we only had enough Air Miles to rent it for 1 day. So that cost us $11, and I would think it was 68 cents for the day. So
what a deal!
What a deal! That was basically the taxes. So you got the car rental for free because of the Air Miles, and you pay the taxes on that. And the other days that we did not have the car, we used local transit. So we were staying by the airport to get a better rate on the hotel, because if you went downtown, they were really quite expensive. So we used the shuttle bus to come to and from the airport, which was a free shuttle, back and forth. So we'd go to the airport, grab the local transit, which had a direct bus that took you right downtown Halifax. So we used that the other 3 days. And we were heading right down to where we wanted to be. So we'd walk the waterfront and all the museums that were down there, the restaurants, the sightseeing areas and all that kind of stuff. So that was nice, and we just hightailed the bus back. That was $4.25 each way.
It was really convenient.
So there, another way to save is use local transit and go to where all the hot spots are, and if you need to transfer or not. In this case, it was a direct bus, so it worked really well. Okay, and now in keeping with transportation, we took the local ferry across.
Can you talk a little louder?
Yes, I can. Okay, and staying with transportation, we took the local ferry across the Halifax Harbor over to Dartmouth, which was a short 15-minute ride, and it was $2.50 each return, which was nice. We got to see Halifax.
For $5. It was really a fun time.
Yeah, we got to see Halifax from the harbor, and we got to see Dartmouth, which is a quaint little town. We walked their little downtown, up and down one side, back to the ferry. We had actually 90 minutes to be there. They gave you a transfer.
Yeah, the transfer, yeah.
So that got us back, and we got some shots coming into Halifax from the harbor, which was nice. You saw the cruise ship departing from Halifax. So yeah, that was good too. So that covers pretty much the transportation, our costs while we were there, and how we got around. Okay, so now we're going to cover accommodations. As you may know, accommodations, hotel stays, they're the most expensive part of the trip.
Absolutely.
I find anyway.
Yeah.
So to get a cheaper rate, we stayed up by the airport. So we were about half an hour from Halifax, but in this case it worked out well because there was shuttle, which I just mentioned to you. But accommodations for us there cost just under $600. It was about $589. Sorry, mental block there. $589, so $600. So that was the most expensive part of the whole trip when you factor all that into it.
That was for 5 days, so 5 nights.
5 nights. And then from there, what you have is eating. So you got to have a meal. You got to fuel yourself while you're away. Like a lot of hotels, this one gave you breakfast, so it helped there. So as you left in the morning, you already have something to eat, whatever it happened to be: toast, yogurt, eggs, bacon, that kind of stuff. So you started your day. So basically what it was another meal while you were out. The food scene in Halifax is fantastic.
I'll say you won't be disappointed.
Oh, no.
There is so much to choose from. And we did have a $50 a day budget that we set up for ourselves. We did not meet that.
We weren't able to stay on that.
We were spending that in our one meal, at least one meal a day, $50. And then we would have, of course, our tea or our coffee with a little scone or a little pastry.
So it was hard to keep the $50 a day. In this case, because we were only there for 5 days, it's doable. If you were there for, say, 2 weeks or beyond and had to do, feed yourself and get all this way, it would be much more.
Not doable.
No.
It's not sustainable, and that's when you would probably stay at an Airbnb, which had a little kitchen or kitchenette, and you can go to the grocery store and check out the local scene on the grocery store. You won't miss out on the culture that way, because the grocery store is part of the culture, part of the learning experience.
So I don't know if you've seen our previous videos, but we belong to Trusted House Sitters. So when we tend to travel, we get accommodations that way, which already saves us on accommodations, and then we just have to pay for the airfare and our meals while we are there. But we usually tend to cook in. But that's another video, so we can put that in the link below about Trusted House Sitters.
Yeah, it'll save you hundreds and hundreds,
save you quite
if
a bit.
not thousands of dollars on a trip.
But the food in Halifax is fantastic. They're famously known for their lobster. Definitely, lobster rolls, lobster meals. It's a must-have. At least one of your meals to have down there.
Absolutely.
But,
and you could do the fast food sort of thing, the lighter sort of lunches, and keep that down and in check.
Oh yeah.
It's very doable.
Yeah, pub fare, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's accommodations and
we talked
and
a little
meals.
bit about food, so we covered that as well. Finding all these cute little spots to videotape. I'm sorry for the traffic noise.
But it is what it is, and we're going to try and talk loud. But that's pretty much a summary, a nutshell of our large trip to Halifax.
Halifax and Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
The going to Peggy's Cove and Mahone Bay and Lunenburg wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty spectacular, and it's not far at all from Halifax. We really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so if you want more in-depth into those places, just watch our previous videos on this series here.
Yeah.
This is just a little roundup conclusion. Like I said, we use a low-cost air carrier. There's many of them out there. In this case, we use Swoop, which is affiliated with WestJet.
Yeah.
And they have tons of great airfares coming into Ottawa where we live here. We highly recommend Ottawa to all our viewers.
Yeah, for those of you who are in Edmonton or are in
Abbotsford,
or even in Halifax, you can come to Ottawa.
Come to Ottawa, even from Toronto, that kind. I would say Ottawa is a must-see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots here to see.
Again, cheap airfares. Just matter finding some inexpensive accommodations.
So our point is, we know the economy is bad.
Yeah.
We know. Traveling is going to be a little bit more difficult, but we can be resourceful and find a way to still do it.
It's a matter of picking and choosing, and and seeing what's out there, using points, using whatever you can to minimize the cost.
Yeah. And just sure, there's a lot of different places you can go, but we have to make tough decisions. And if you still love to travel, there's a lot of places close to home.
Yeah, so hopefully this helped. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Would be much appreciated. We got to get those numbers up. And
be part of our pack. Be part of our community. If you like this sort of thing, we post every Sunday. We have a brand new video for you.
Yeah, so see where we end up next, because there's more to come. We keep checking those airfares, and Trusted House Sitters, we're linked in with them. They keep reaching out to us. So there is something on the horizon. So keep following us and see where we end up next. Come along.
Thanks for joining us.
Time for coffee. See you next Sunday. Bye.
Hi there, it's Fern and Frank with JavaWalkerWorld. Thanks for joining us again. For those of you who don't know us, we are Fern and Frank with JavaWalkerWorld. And I'm repeating myself.
Yes, you are. Say it one more time, 3 times, and click our heels. It's true, it's funny. That's what I'm saying. That's what normalizes it.